Welcome back, Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic slash non-classic. This is episode number 426 and Doubleshot number 345. Two Captain America trades, and both written by Nick Spencer. First up, it's Captain America, Sam Wilson, hashtag Take Back Volume 4, hashtag Take Back the Shield. This collects Captain America, Sam Wilson issues 14 to 17. And the classic Captain America number 344, which is written by the late Mark Greenwald. Awesome writer. Another can check out his work. The artists in here are Paul Renaud, who does issues 14 and 17. Angel Lozuna does issues 15 and 16. With Simon Korosowski on issue 16. Now, simply put, with this book, basically, you have a little bit of setup for Secret Empire in here. A little bit, not very much. Though it's a little bit more in the other book. I'm going to talk about the other Captain America book. The whole point of the title, hashtag Take Back the Shield, that was something started in the previous trade. Because, well, in the Marvel Universe, basically, well, outside of this, basically, people have no problem with Sam Wilson being Captain America. But in his own title, this has been a frequent topic since issue 1. Not my Captain America. Yep, that phrase has been frequently said in just almost every single issue that Sam Wilson here has been Captain America. In the case Rick Remender did it, he only had that line said once in 6 issues. This one, it's said frequently. The only time they didn't say it was during the standoff tie-ins. Yeah. And this was started by a character named Henry Hustler, which I think was a character in issues during Brewery, because I have to look it up. But yeah, there's also the characters D-Man, who does, and Battlestar shows up in here as well, which is a little bit of a while. I think the last time that he may have shown up in the Marvel Universe was during the original Civil War event. Also, Rage appears in here. As a matter of fact, Rage is appearing in this book as a recurring character, which I'm like, okay, that's actually pretty smart for Nick Spencer to do, because, well, nobody cares to do anything with him, so put him in the book. Now, I should point out, Rage is not a character created by Mark Greenwald. He was created by the guy who basically started the G.I. Joe comic from 1982. Larry Hama created him. Yep. Plus, also, basically, a lot of these issues are a bit standalone issues. No, like, they're loosely connected stories, but yeah, this is actually pretty good. But it ends with Rage being arrested by the AmeriCops, basically, and he's beaten up by them, and he's framed for a crime he didn't commit. Yeah, the thing with this series is there's a bit of racism in here. A little bit, not very much, though there's probably a little bit more in the next trade. Yeah, but this is pretty good. I actually like this series, unlike some people who just don't bother to read it because it's not their Captain America, or the fact they think, oh, this is a bad idea, maybe we should go back to being Falcon, which I have heard he's going back to being Falcon after Secret Empire, for no reason. As a matter of fact, he's getting an ongoing series as the Falcon. No idea why. And also, what's going to happen to this Falcon? Are there going to be 2 Falcons now? Who knows? I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. I just hope they soon during the Secret Empire tie-in, they don't say, not my Captain America. It's only, by the time it gets up to that, they actually say that. As far as I can tell for that particular trade series, there's probably about 2 more trades left to come out. Even though there's about, 7 issues left that came out after that. Yeah, the series ended after 24 issues, and they had that issue 25. This one also just ended as well. Captain America, Steve Rogers, Volume 2, The Trial of Maria Hill. Collecting issues 7 to 11. Also by Nick Spencer, with artwork by Jesus Sanchez, Javier Pina. Let's see if I can find it here. Javier Pina is issue 9. Jesus Sanchez says issue 7 through 8. He also does issue 10 with Ted Brandon Rostein and Kevin Labardia. Jesus Sanchez also does issue 11. Yep. Pretty much this picks up like right after what happened in the last storyline. Yeah, this simply put is something they've been building since the end of Standoff. Like almost a year later, they finally do this. They tried Maria Hill for what happened in Avengers Stand during the Standoff storyline of the whole Pleasant Hill stuff. Yeah, they finally try her, and she's pronounced guilty, and she's relieved duty. Then after that, she goes over to Jessica Jones, which is basically part of the current story arc. Yeah, she pops up here and there. Aside from part of Jessica Jones after she finishes up in here, the only art book I could think of she pops up in was during Secret Empire a few times, and that's really it. Yeah, that's basically all she's doing now. Well, basically when this thing kind of ends, Steve is named director of S.H.I.E.L.D., which basically has bad consequences later on. Also, it's revealed in here that Zemo is alive, even though apparently he was killed back in issue 1. As a matter of fact, I think in issue 3 they even found his body. But as far as I can tell, they have not explained how he managed to survive being trapped in an exploding plane. Now, in the case of what happened with Eric Stalvig, they also have not bothered to explain how he managed to survive. Though I know for a fact he does die about 5 issues after issue 11. He dies in issue 16 by kissing fragments of the Cosmic Cube. No idea why he decided to do that for, but he did. Also, if you're going to kill him off Nick Spencer, then why in the world did you bring in the Marvel Universe anyways? I mean, I get the fact he's a popular character for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but okay, if you're going to bring him in, why kill him off like a year after you bring him in? It makes zero sense to do that. This I thought was really, really good. This one, also you get a chance to see Quasar for the first time since Standoff. Yeah, and she's training with the original Quasar, Peter Quill. Not Peter Quill, Peter Window. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, what took so long to bring this character back? I know at the start of Secret Empire she was knocked into a coma, and she remained in a coma throughout almost the entire event. And in the recent issue, she woke up and smashed the shield. Yep, because the shield got activated, and most of the event is basically where the whole planet is trapped out underneath that shield, and the planet's most powerful heroes are trapped outside the atmosphere. Yep, that's what happened in Secret Empire. But this basically, not much for Sam Wilson, Captain America Sam Wilson, where it plants seeds Secret Empire. This one basically is the one that kind of leads up to it. There's a little bit in there, but a lot more in here. I find this series to be really enjoyable to read because I'm a fan of Captain America, and I do think this is a good direction for him to go. I mean, this is a new perspective. I mean, people are still trying to send this guy death threats. Yeah, still to this day, 1 year later, as far as I've heard, I have not heard anything that the death threats Nick Spencer have stopped. I mean, come on, it's been a year since the first issue of this came out. And people, as far as I've heard, I haven't heard anything new, but as far as I know, Nick Spencer is still receiving death threats over that first issue, which I still think is quite stupid. But aside from that, this I found to be pretty good. Also, they also have the Black Widow show up in here. Yeah, one of her very few appearances. Now, they just recently ended her book, I think it was last year, Yeah, and of course they implied to kill her off in Secret Empire, but that's something else altogether. If the library commands to get a chance on to get their hands on the Secret Empire, trade, I probably will review it, because, even though Secret Empire for some people has been hit or miss, but the most recent issue's been a lot better than the last few issues have been. But aside from that, if you want to get into Secret Empire, I recommend reading this series and the other one, because these two kind of lead up. Basically, this is basically setting the stage for Secret Empire. And one thing you can praise Secret Empire for doing is actually doing a lot better job of building to her instead of just come completely out of nowhere like Civil War 2 did. Yep. Excuse me. But aside from that, this is good. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. This is great. Alright, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode whenever I get a chance to do it. It will be episode 420. Let's see. I think it's 427. Yeah, 427. If it's a double shot, it'll probably be double shot 346. Okay. But until then, I will see you there. Bye.